Hey, it's Gav from Hiking for Health and welcome to another hiking video. Well, today's walk takes me through the Ancaster Valley and then into Ancaster itself, where I shall look at some of the Roman history of the village, and then I'll make my way through the periphery of the area and then retrace my steps back to the original start. So it's a beautiful summer's day today. Britain's been basking in a heat wave this week, and I think it's lasting all the way to the weekend, so time to make the most of it. So this is the turning, and it takes you down here, and the valley is on the right. So this is the Ancaster Valley Nature Reserve, and it's just a lovely little idyllic place to come walking. Sometimes there are cows in here and sheep, and other times it's just left to grow. So it's just attracts an abundance of wildlife. Brilliant. So Ancaster is well known for its Roman history. There's a really interesting story from 1841. Mr. Eaton was in his garden digging for a pole or something, and whilst he was digging to put this pole in his garden, probably building a fence of some sort, he came across a collection of over 2,000 Roman coins from the 3rd century. Imagine that, just there it is. Such a brilliant find. That's probably somebody's life savings that historically they'd buried somewhere to hide and keep out of harm's way. The Roman invasion of Britain was 43 AD. Julius Caesar had tried over 100 years before to conquer the Brits. He had 2 attempts, conquests, but it wasn't until 43 AD when the Romans managed to settle here. Well, in that 1st century AD, the village of Ancaster, as we know it, was a Roman stronghold. It was originally an Iron Age fort, and the Romans built on it as it was on the Ermine Street, which was a Roman road connecting London to York. So Time Team and Tony Robinson came and They did some excavating in 2001 and they found all sorts. We'll come on to that later. So this field to the right of Ermine Street, when you enter Ancaster, is where a lot of the Roman settlement would have been. So just imagine being able to dig and find what's under here. I bet there's a lot of archaeology to be had. So here at Ancaster Church, there have been a number of finds in the churchyard. Probably the most famous is this three-headed Romanized Celtic deity known as the Matres, which stands for Mother Goddess, a symbol of fertility and prosperity. They originally had 3 heads, but they believe that one of them is still where it was discovered. But the original is in the Collection Museum in Lincoln. So here we are at St Martin's Church in Ancaster. There's sure to be a wealth of history here, so let's go in and have a look. So straight away you can feel the immediate temperature difference, and especially on a hot day like today when it's 26, 27 degrees. Just what's needed. So here's the start of a community orchard in its infancy. All sorts of varieties here. So I'm just leaving the churchyard area of Ancaster, and the cemetery there, when it was created, they discovered over 250 Roman burials and 11 sarcophagi, and along with it a lot of Roman pottery and a 1st century brooch apparently. Right, so I'm heading this way. So when Time Team came in 2001 to do their archaeological dig, they discovered an inscription to a Roman god called Viridius. Now, apparently there's no reference to this god, Viridius, apart from Ancaster. And there have been two discoveries. There was another one in 1961 where I think the word Viridius was mentioned on an arch. But I could be wrong about that one, but I know it was in the Time Team documentary. But intriguing. So this is a lovely nature reserve. Unspoilt countryside. So now it's a little bit of woodland walking. It's always nice to walk through woodland. Lots of different smells and sounds. So I'm going to do a gear review video soon about my merino wool base layers. They're absolutely brilliant. Got them from Decathlon. I think they're called Trek 500s or something. And they're not 100% merino, but they're a combination. But I took a chance with one and I absolutely love it. So I tend to wear them all the time. So I'm past the halfway point of today's walk. It's certainly been a hot one. But it'll now lead me around the periphery of Ancaster, and then I'll return through the Ancaster Valley. Not the longest of hikes today, but always great to get out. What's this guy doing over here? A lone sheep. What are you doing, mate? Where's your family? No, you're just eating the farmer's crops. I'm sure he'll be happy about that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You're not supposed to be eating them. Where should you be? It's probably escaped. Here he is, look. Enjoying his freedom. And why not? on the last sign I just came across on the Roman trail. It said that in '96 somebody found a part of a statue which they believe is of the Roman goddess Minerva in their pond. So they were cleaning out their pond, and here we have some Roman archaeology. So there must be stuff all over this village. That's the gate I went through earlier. And now this will take me past the church again. So earlier I walked through the valley, but you can also take this route, which takes you along the edge of the valley, and I'll return back this way, I think. There's also a large quarry to the left of here, Goldholm Stone I believe it's called. So we've had the summer solstice, and there's always somebody who comes up to you and says, we've had the longest day. And you think, crikey, it took so long to get to the light nights and the long days. But you've got to think, we've still got July, August, and September's usually brilliant for walking before the colder weather starts again. And even October's usually really nice. So let's make the most of it. Well, I've got about 5 minutes left on this walk. I've really tried pushing it in this last couple of miles. So thanks for watching. The next video is going to be a wild camp, so hopefully I'll see you there. So all the best, and see you on the next one.